Hello, it's Ben here from the History Flavour channel. I'm coming to you today with a book tag. Today's tag is called 1001 Book Tags. Don't worry, it's not 1001 separate book tags. It's about the number 1001. But I saw this on the Steve Donahue channel. So if you want to, I'll put the link to his video down below mine. If you want to go and pay him a visit, you're more than welcome to. So let's get going. 1001 book tags. 1001 lists. Do you follow any book lists? It can be a prize list or a challenge list like the Rory Gilmore challenge. Not really. I don't really have time for lists. On Twitter, I follow a lot of historians, but that's probably the only list I've got. Other than that, I don't really have much time to follow lists. Next question is 1001 books. Approximately how many physical books do you currently own, and how many ebooks? Physical books I've probably got 1, 2, 3. I'd say I've probably got around about 800 books altogether, and they're a mixture. Obviously, the vast majority are non-fiction history. I've got a few fictions dotted around, but to be honest, not much. But the history books kind of span time in their subjects and the ones that the particular subjects I like. So there's I'd say about 700 to 800 books I think altogether. Ebooks I've probably only got about 50 or 60 I think. I've never really counted them, but again they're mainly more history, although there's quite a few reference ebooks, and I've got a couple of Shakespeare's as well. 1001 books read. Approximately how many books have you read in your lifetime, and do you keep a track of them? I've read practically most of the books that I've got here. I always like to read the books anyway, because I'm always reading about something. But in my lifetime, actually it wasn't, I think it was about 3 or 4 years ago. I was kind of looking for a hobby and fell into reading more, whereas before that I was kind of just general history books or textbooks I was reading. But I'm thinking probably just a couple of thousand at most. I've read a lot more books in the past sort of 2 or 3 years and really got into my reading, so no more than a couple of thousand I think. No, I don't keep track. Too busy to keep track. Plus, I can remember the covers and the stories anyway, so there's no point in keeping track or a record. 1001 Arabian Nights. Have you read any stories from the Arabian Nights? And do you have a favourite? And if you haven't read it, do you want to? No, I haven't read any, and no, I don't want to. 1001 flavours. Do you have a favourite food or flavour? My favourite food is probably a deep pound pizza stuffed crust with cheese, and my favourite pizza topping is pepperoni, or I'll happily eat a meat paste. as long as it has plenty of cheese on. Favourite flavours? Yeah, my favourite pizza topping would be pepperoni. Or if you want to know my favourite ice cream, that's usually a rum and raisin, or I'll happily eat a some sort of toffee or caramel ice cream. 1001 pages. Have you read a book that is over 1001 pages? Is there one that you recommend, and is it worth the time? What is the longest book you've read? I'm not sure really. I'd happily recommend Sand and Steel by Peter Caddick Adams. That book is over 1,000 pages, and there's lots of lovely small print in it as well, so it takes you forever to read. His Snow and Steel. I've got Grant's book by Ron Chernow, all about Ulysses S. Grant. I'm pretty sure that's over 1,000, but I'm only halfway through that at the moment. And then I've got a couple of chunky ones about American Indians, Europe, and one about, I think it was life in the 60s and 70s, which was a great big thick chunky book that took me a while to read as well. But yeah, I'd happily recommend most books. 1001 buckets. Do you have a non-bookish bucket list? And what is one thing on the list? I do have a bucket list, but I suppose I'd always like to travel, or I'd love to live halfway up a mountain in the middle of some woods, miles away from civilization and other people. Other than that, I'm not really into things like bungee jumping or whitewater rafting, but I like to travel, so probably some of the exciting or interesting countries, just to go and look at their history really and see how those countries run and look after themselves. 1001 authors. Do you have a favourite author or genre? I like D. Brown. He writes mostly about American history or the American West. I really like his books, and I tend to read mostly World War II stuff, but I find I'm getting more into World War I, which I've got quite a few books about, and also trying to learn more about medieval history as well. 1001 numbers. Do you have a lucky number, and is there a story behind it? I suppose, like most people, my lucky number is 7. The reason I picked 7 was because I'm a Manchester United supporter, and their captain usually wears the number 7 jersey. So that tends to be the basic reason why I see number 7 as my lucky number. And plus, my favourite United player wore the number 7 jersey as well. 1001 activities. Do you have a favourite outdoor activity? I like going camping. I was a scout leader for about 24-25 years, and used to enjoy taking the groups of scouts off camping for various weekends or activity weekends or week-long camps in the summer, and that was always great fun. So I do like camping, gets you out and about, and there's nothing better than a week-long camp of fresh air and activities, and it's just really good. 1001 book clubs. Not a prompt, but a question for the comments. Should I start a 1001 book club with a book a month for a read along? Should I? I'm not sure what it means. Should the person who invented the tag start that, or should I? Well, I'm not into that. And if he wants to, that's up to him. I don't really get doing book clubs and having one book or one monthly book to read along, and especially if you're reading 1,000 pages, that's going to take some people. Well, some people will read it like within a week, but then you've got others that will take 3 or 4 weeks, and then what if you're reading something else? And so I'm not really a big fan of book clubs. And then the last question is 10 plus 1 friends. Tag some friends. I'm going to tag 10 plus 1, but tag however many you would like. Plus a bonus 5 for additional channels who have tagged me. Anyway, I probably will tag someone, probably someone who I think deserves more followers. So I'm going to recommend Erica at the Passage of Time channel. I think she's a really good talker. She knows her stuff. She reads lots of interesting books. She likes history, so that's quite up my street that she likes history. But it's a really good channel. I think she's got about 100 subscribers, but I think she deserves more. So please go along, follow the link below this video, visit Erica's channel, which is called Passage of Time, and certainly subscribe and check it out. But anyway, that's the end of the tag. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the tag and this video, please give it a thumbs up. It all helps. And if you don't mind, I also am now part of buymeacoffee.com. There's a link to that below this video. If you don't mind dropping down, sending me a couple of quid for a coffee, it all helps. And I put all that money straight into building my YouTube channel up even further. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you probably in the next couple of days again with some more videos. Thank you very much. I shall see you next time.